Besties. If this week had a warning label, it would say, may contain flooding, questionable invoices, and water bills that fight for sport. Welcome back to the weekly download where we break down the week's chaos so you don't have to cry alone. So wipe your eyes, grab those tissues, and let the download commence. You know the old saying, if you want to hide a tree, put it in a forest. Well, apparently, if you want to hide a $100,000 payment, just break it into 12 invoices worth $9,000 each. Leaked Smart Stream records suggest that over 99% of nearly 500 payments to a single vendor stayed just under the magical $10,000 threshold that triggers Ministry of Finance scrutiny. At this point, that limit isn't a safeguard. It's looking more like a government coupon. Spend $9,999 and skip the oversight. If every payment just happens to land below the red line, that's either the most remarkable coincidence in Belizean history or somebody understood the rules a little too well. This is why auditors are important, besties. BWS cuts are not cutting it. Belizeans are raising concerns after reports that Belize Water Services has been disconnecting customers for unpaid balances as low as a few cents, $5 or $10. To make matters worse, affected customers must then pay a $25 reconnection fee, often more than double the amount they originally owed. Now, that's a hustle. Only in Belize could your water bill be lower than your lunch money, but the reconnection fee costs more than the debt. At this point, BWS isn't collecting balances, they're collecting emotional damage. Imagine getting your water cut off over $10.51. That's not a utility service, that's a subscription to stress. Call me a commie, but if people can die without it, maybe it shouldn't be operating on the same business model as Netflix. I understand costs are rising, but cutting off water over pocket change and then slapping on a reconnection fee that costs more than the original bill feels like a masterclass in missing the point. Belize got so much rain this week, the City River basically said, I live on the banks now. NEMA is warning residents to stay alert, and honestly, that's solid advice because these floods are moving faster than a viral TikTok trend. But on a serious note, this is another reminder that climate change isn't some future problem. It's showing up uninvited, dropping record rainfall, and refusing to leave. And with hurricane season just getting started, Mother Nature is basically sending us a calendar invite we can't ignore. So charge your phones, check your emergency supplies, and pay attention to official updates. Everybody remembers when your parents told you, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Well, apparently AI needs that same lecture. This week, AI company Anthropic released Cloud Fable 5, one of the most powerful public AI models ever built. This thing can analyze massive documents, write software, conduct research, and handle projects that take days in just minutes. In short, it's giving group project member who actually does the work. But here's where things get interesting. Anthropic also created a twin version called Mythos 5. Same brain, same capabilities. The only difference, Mythos has fewer restrictions and is only available to trusted organizations and cybersecurity experts. Think of it like this. Fable 5 is the vehicle your parents let you borrow. Mythos 5 is the same vehicle after your cousin from Belize City removes the speed governor, puts on dark tint, and says, trust me, it's safe. The company says certain questions about cybersecurity, biology, and chemistry automatically trigger safety systems. If the AI thinks you're asking something risky, it redirects the request to a less powerful model. And that's what AI governance is all about. Not just building smarter AI, but deciding who gets access, what rules they follow, and what happens when someone inevitably says, "Watch this." The FIFA World Cup is finally here, and for the next month, productivity across Belize is officially dead. A record 48 countries are touching the pitch this year, all trying to lift the biggest trophy in football. It starts with the group stage, but after that, it's straight knockout chaos. Win or pack up your bags and go home. Think of it like this: it's the ultimate battle royale, but instead of building forts, they're scoring goals. And if a knockout game ends in a tie, extra time. Then the dreaded penalty shootout, where entire nations feel the collective chest pain. The real question is, who you rolling with? Are you Team Messi and Argentina, holding it down for Brazil, supporting England, or just choosing whichever team has the cleanest kit? Get ready for the drama, the top tier memes, and enough football to completely hijack your FYP. Honestly, besties, I don't think I did the sheer scale of it justice. So if you want the full beginner's guide, go check out the CNN article in the link in our bio. And that's today's download, besties. If today felt chaotic, that's because it was. Stay dry, stay aware, and maybe don't trust anything that costs $9,999. See you next week. Download complete.